cognitive development and learning in school. Years later, this has a negative impact on job and employment prospects. Clearly, the absence of a sustainable toilet and suitable toilet and appropriate hygiene and sanitation practices can lead to lifelong disadvantages. Therefore, for us in India as elsewhere, a mission such as Swachh Bharat is critical to securing our human capital and our demographic dividend and to giving our children a better future. In the case of girl children and women, the situation is even more acute. Absence of immediate toilet facilities at home, in the workplace, and perhaps this is most vital, at school, place an unacceptable burden on our daughters. There are health problems that arise in addition to the risk to personal dignity and physical safety in the search for something as basic as a clean toilet. No young girl should have to give up school only because a girl's toilet is not available. Such an occurrence would be a scar on our collective conscience. Gandhiji would not forgive us if we did not make every effort to correct such injustice. And it is such situations and such wrongs that Swachh Bharat and every one of its foot soldiers, be they tens of thousands of dedicated sanitation workers, millions of self-motivated volunteers, or senior government officials, are determined to set right. Here I must commend our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, and the Government of India for making sanitation a national priority. Swachh Bharat literally means Clean India. In the 4 years that it has been in operation, the Swachh Bharat mission has sought to create a cleaner India with more efficient waste management, cleaner public and private places, improved sanitation, universal use of toilets, and so on. Even so, Swachh Bharat is not just about physical cleaning. It is as much about a spiritual and social cleansing and reawakening. When it completes its mission, it will provide every one of India's 1.3 billion people, that is 1/6 of humanity, an opportunity for a dramatic leap. The Swachh Bharat mission, the focused sanitation effort, and the broader sustainable development goals represent a once-in-many-generations movement. We are that chosen generation. The relentless and strenuous labors of the past 4 years have led India to significant milestones. Sanitation coverage was at 39% at the start of the Swachh Bharat mission in 2014. Today, the figure is almost 95%. I am given to understand that as of this morning, 503 of India's 699 districts have been declared open defecation free. 3,622 of India's 4,041 urban local bodies have been declared open defecation free. And 487,445 villages have been declared open defecation free. About 85 million rural households and 6 million urban households have begun to use toilets for the first time. Swachh Bharat has helped them renounce the troubling practice of open defecation. Ladies and gentlemen, India has moved ahead with grift, determination, and unusual urgency. Swachh Bharat is a revolution playing out in real time. As an instrument of mass mobilization, as a people's movement, and as a national goal towards which there is near total commitment, Swachh Bharat represents for me the spirit of our independence movement. I imagine Mahatma Gandhi would have been proud of the millions of ordinary men and women who are the true stars of this mission. No doubt, his blessings are with us as India strives to eliminate open defecation in its entirety by October 2nd, 2019. This is the best 150th birthday gift we can give Gandhiji. Ladies and gentlemen, the Swachh Bharat mission has been shaped by among the world's leading specialists in sanitation, some of whom are in this room and in fact on the stage. It has been scripted by common Indians of uncommon quality, men and women of rare courage, of foresight, social empathy, and civic pride. Individually and collectively, they have worked to free their neighborhoods, their villages, and their towns and cities from open defecation. Inch by inch, day by day, person by person, family by family, they have persuaded fellow citizens to adopt behavior change. Our sanitation champions come from all regions of the country, all sections of the society, all communities, and all social and economic groups. It was my privilege to meet and honor some of them in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh in 2017 at the inauguration of the Swachhata Hi Seva, that is Cleanliness as Service campaign. I realized then that this program had created millions of grassroots enablers. Mahatma Gandhi gave our country satyagrahis, warriors of truth. Swachh Bharat has given us Swachhagrahis, that is warriors of sanitation. Our Swachhagrahis are crafting a remarkable legacy. A recent World Health Organization study estimates that Swachh Bharat would have saved 300,000 lives during the course of the program itself. In the long run, it will save 150,000 lives a year. Few social investments are as beneficial. According to UNICEF, which has done a cost-benefit analysis of the Swachh Bharat mission, every rupee invested in improving sanitation will eventually save Indian families and Indian society between 4 and 5 rupees. Friends, one of the remarkable attributes of Gandhiji was that he was both a fervent nationalist as an internationalist. In my travels abroad as the President of India, I have been touched by the warmth and respect people from diverse countries show for him. Statues and memorials depicting him are being erected to this day. Mahatma Gandhi thought for India and he thought for the world. In keeping with India's ancient wisdom, he taught us to see the world as our family and to make universal well-being the end goal of all of our domestic and national efforts. As such, Swachh Bharat is at once a voice from the soul of India and a commitment made at the United Nations while accepting the challenge of sustainable development goals, as well as a template for partner nations for whom our experience can be of any benefit. Ladies and gentlemen, our successes with Swachh Bharat, our attainments in the sphere of sanitation, our methods and our mechanisms are available to all of you, to all the friendly countries present here and others as well, to use as you deem necessary. In the end, access to improved sanitation is not a target and a goal for one country or the other. It is the interlinked destiny of humankind. In this regard, and based on our experience here in India, I would like to suggest 5 important themes that countries may choose to adopt while meeting the problem of insufficient sanitation. We could call this the 5-fold path to sanitation. 1. Ensure people lead the planning, implementation and management of sanitation programs. Number 2, use smart and affordable technologies for effective and efficient service delivery. Number 3, eliminate all forms of inequalities in service delivery. Number 4, create innovative financing instruments to fund and sustain the sanitation movement. And lastly, number 5, develop capacities within the government to plan, implement and monitor sanitation programs. Please do keep these 5 themes in mind as you discuss over the coming 4 days, pathways to achieving holistic sanitation and inculcating in every individual the sense of civic behavior that would allow us to maintain cleanliness in our surroundings. I am confident that the sessions and proceedings of this convention will result in actionable ideas and in a powerful statement towards our combined resolve to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, and particularly Sustainable Development Goal 6. With those words, I wish all of you, the delegates and participants at the Mahatma Gandhi International Sanitation Convention, the very best in your noble and history-making mission. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for those words of wisdom and bringing Mahatma Gandhi's vision into focus as well as inaugurating this convention. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to bring the inaugural plenary session of the Mahatma Gandhi International Sanitation Convention to a close, I'd like to request Mr. D.S. Mishra, Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, to propose a vote of thanks.
Honorable President of India, Honorable Ministers on dais, Honorable Ministers from different countries who are participating in this convention, participants from different international organizations, all the delegates, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable President of India for having found time to come and address and inaugurate this very, very important 4 days event, which is culminating in starting the 150th birth anniversary of the Mahatma. Sir, your address, and ultimately you put this in the whole capsule of 5 mantras, the 5 themes to this convention for deliberation over the next few days will be a guiding factor. So our gratitude for that, sir. In fact, when Honorable Prime Minister announced from the ramparts of Red Fort on 15th August 2014 that the greatest tribute to this father of the nation on his 150th anniversary, that is 2nd October 2019, would be to give this country a clean, Swachh Bharat on 2nd October 2019. At that time, the whole country, different segments had various kinds of doubts. But now, when we have traveled 4 years from then, under the great leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, today the greatest of the cynics also have faith and belief that things have changed and they are changing towards making this country completely free of open defecation, free of the garbage by 2nd October 2019 when we give this great gift to the Mahatma. Just to share statistics from the urban areas to which I am responsible, we had target of 6.6 million toilets, individual toilets, we have already crossed the figure of 6 million, more than 90%. For the community and the public toilets, we have the target of 5.5 million. We have already crossed 0.45 million, more than 90%. We already have more than 20 states in the Union of India declared their urban areas completely open defecation free. And we have, out of nearly 4,500 cities across the country, more than 3,007 have been declared open defecation free. That's a big achievement, looks so humongous. But much bigger challenge in the urban areas than making this place open defecation free is the garbage, making the city completely clean. When we started in 2014, we had only 14% of the urban garbage being processed. And this 14% is today, this is around 80 million tons of garbage per annum being created in the urban areas. Today we have achieved the figure of nearly 37% is being scientifically processed. 80% of it is being lifted door to door. More than 45% is getting segregated into the wet and the dry waste. This has happened not because of the government program. This has not happened because of us. Our Prime Minister gave us this mantra that this is not a government program, this is a Jan Andolan. This is a people's movement. People should realize, and today I can say it with full confidence, that no segment of the society, whether it is spiritual, sports, cultural, music, movie, sport, any field, common man, any field, everybody is now part of the Swachh Bharat movement across the country. And that is what is making it possible. Today, we are confident. We have already put in place that this garbage-free country, we will make it completely garbage-free by 2nd October 2019. It's already, everything is in order and things are happening very fast. And when we are doing all this, I would like to congratulate and thank Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation to have brought more than 50 countries, the experts, the honorable ministers with so much of experience and knowledge on this platform, and to share their experience from which we will be greatly benefited, and you will also carry something from us, the way we have been doing, what we are doing, and how we are taking this resolve, making it possible on the ground. So I would like to thank all of you to be here, and would like to thank our honorable ministers, Madam Uma Bharti ji, Minister of Drinking Water and Sanitation, my Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs, Minister of State for Drinking Water and Sanitation, and Professor Iyer ji for addressing this, the UN representative, and all of you to be part of this great change the whole humankind, the mankind on the globe is seeing towards making our place better place to live by having better sanitation, which directly impacts the economic activities, social activities, environmental activities, and overall our living. So once again, I would like to thank our Honorable President of India for being here, addressing us, and blessing us for a very, very important, eventful, and a very successful deliberation over the next 4 days. Thanks a lot, sir. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mishra. May I now request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. be seated. Friends, we would be quickly moving into our plenary session 1, which is political leadership and sanitation, for which there is an illustrious panel. We await the arrival of Honorable Minister of Finance India, Mr. Arun Jaitley, and the other panelists will be Sushri Uma Bharti ji, Minister of Drinking Water and Sanitation, and Mr. Kevin Rudd, former Prime Minister of Australia and Chair Sanitation and Water for All. And while we wait for this, so officially there was to be a break, but we are running short of time, so if you really must go, then you could treat this as a short break. But we are actually running slightly behind time, so we would like to get into the session. I have a couple of important announcements during this break. We take about 5 minutes to rearrange for plenary session 1. So friends, those leaving for Gujarat for the Gandhi Trail this evening, buses for the transfer to the airport will be lined outside the entrance to this venue at 4:15 p.m. sharp. So I repeat, the buses would be ready to leave for the airport at 4:15 p.m. So please ensure that you are there on time. And a request, if you could take only hand baggage, it would help. And if you have anything, any details you'd like to check on for this, you could contact Mr. Arun Baroka for further details. Mr. Arun Baroka, who is somewhere here, he'll help you with details for the movement to the airport and anything else related to the Gandhi Trail. Secondly, there is a Delhi Declaration screen in support of global sanitation, which is on the floor below. Delhi Declaration. I beg your pardon. Okay, the Delhi Declaration screen is on the first and the second floor. So whenever you get time between sessions, you could visit that and I think sign the Delhi Declaration screen. Thank you.
चली, नई हवा चली, नई हवा चली।
हर दिल ने ठानी है, हर दिल ने ठानी है, सफाई गांव में लानी है। अब काम करेंगे बात नहीं, साफ नहीं तो माफ नहीं।
अब काम करेंगे बात नहीं, साफ नहीं तो माफ नहीं। अब काम करेंगे बात